So obviously with Celtic qualifying for the Champions League, they get a lot of prize money, and the Scottish teams in the league get a bit of money of that. What does money like that mean to a club like Motherwell?
Well, it has to be used within the youth setup. You know, I've been asked the question many a time, does it make the gap bigger between Celtic qualifying and getting the Champions League? It brings great profile to Scottish football because Celtic are there. Is the gap ever going to be closed? You know, probably not. So if Motherwell can get a drip down, or Scottish Premiership sides or Scottish Football League sides can get a drip down of the money, great. It helps us invest in our infrastructure. It's not really affected towards first team football. It's probably more academy based. So it's good. You know, I don't think we're overly reliant on it. You know, the club didn't go bust if we didn't get it. But it's nice to think that, you know, a club representing our league is doing very well. If we get a knock on effect of that, then great. It is good. You know, I always think it's good when, you know, when Celtic are playing in Europe, it gives us more profile as a league. You know, and you know, the way they've been playing since Brendan Rodgers came in has been absolutely terrific. So it helps, but it's not the be all and end all.
You mentioned the youth academy and youth system. Could you maybe go into that a wee bit more detail? So, like, what would the youth programme be benefiting?
And which way would we benefit?
Yeah, which way?
Well, it means we can pay coaches. We can, you know, we don't have full-time coaches at the club. You know, they work probably 4 nights a week. Whether it's facilities that'll help pay for, and whether it's equipment, whether it's kit, whether it's training equipment as well. So we also have minibuses to run. We have petrol to put into them. So it almost all that money doesn't go towards that. You know, but it certainly helps keep it running. We have sponsorships for different avenues of it. You know, the money has come from BT Sport. You know, they own the rights for the Champions League within Europe. So, you know, they have upped the money for it, which means the prize money's bigger. So almost it's the kind of drip down, you know, from that. So every club gets it. You know, I'm not too sure the extent of which every club in Scotland gets it, but it certainly helps keep going our youth, you know, academy, which means then we can hopefully benefit our young players here. We can bring them through, play in our first team, and then one day potentially beat Celtic.
Yeah, so you're talking about the benefiting. So do you believe that would, you know, push the youth teams to maybe progress more? You know, get up there with Celtic, Rangers, and compete with them in the future.
We would love to. We'd love to say that would be the ultimate aim. Certainly, youth-wise, we can compete. You know, right up to the age of under 20, probably we can compete. But you know, the disparity in finances in first team is incredible. So we have to try and close the gap as youth players. The difficult side is that probably more, you know, youth players will come out of our team and play for our club, you know, as opposed to Celtic. Although Brendan Rodgers has kind of bucked the trend a little bit. You know, we've seen Tony Ralston playing some games. Kieran Tierney's been terrific. Yeah. James Forrestall's been one that's there. Mikey Johnson's played. Calvin Miller's played. So Brendan is now starting to have that feel of it's important to bring young players in at Celtic. You know, he's really banned into it, which will help Chris McCarthy, who's head of youth. But at the underage levels, we have to try and compete. You know, it's hard to compete for players because if we say, do you want to come and play for Motherwell, and Chris McCarthy says, do you want to come and play for Celtic, it's difficult for the trying to, you know, bring them to us. We try and sell them the dream of that we can get you into our first team quicker. We feel as if there's a pathway here to get into our first team quicker. That was probably the case up until, as I say, 18 months ago when Brendan came in. He's kind of changed that a little bit. So that makes it even more difficult for us in our academy to try and attract these kind of players. And I think up until the age of 16 they can be bought from Celtic, from Rangers, from Aberdeen, whoever it may be, for a minimal fee. So these clubs go about sometimes buying players from other youth academies, which again makes it even more difficult because it's normally your best players are trying to buy. So we have a mountain to climb here to try and attract people in the west of Scotland because there's 2 big clubs just on our doorstep. But we do our best, we try our best, and if we produce players for this club, that's the most important thing.
Okay, thanks very much for speaking.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Super. Thank you.